Hey, good morning, guys. It is August 27th, and Chambers is in John 12:35 today. Have you ever, so every morning, because I get up before my wife, I turn the bathroom light off when I'm finished in the bathroom, and I walk through a dark bedroom to throw clothes in the hamper in the closet, and then walk out of the bedroom out into the house, and it's dark. And so before I cut the light switch off, I just kind of take stock of where I am, where the door is, and then I flip the light switch. And then the rest of it is kind of committed to memory. And I have to kind of see things without seeing them. And sometimes I get turned around and I can't see where I'm going or can't figure out where I'm going because I can never really see. But Jesus is talking in John 12 to the people who are asking him about the Christ and what that will look like, and he says, well, they say, isn't it? It doesn't the law says that the Christ will be with us forever, and he says, well, the light's only going to be here a little while longer. Then it'll be darkness. Walk in the light while you have the light, and so he's basically saying, get your bearings before darkness falls. Otherwise, you're just going to be floundering, and the people obviously didn't really understand everything Jesus said. They didn't understand this passage either because they didn't really grasp the fact that he was going away or what that meant. Chambers says, beware of not acting upon what you see in your moments on the mount with God. If you do not obey the light, it will turn into darkness. He's saying, when you have the light, when you have these aha moments, when you have these revelations, when you have things that that open your eyes in ways they weren't open before, take that and run with it, and make the most of the time when the light is very apparent. Sometimes we think, I think sometimes we think that when we reach a certain level of understanding or revelation, that, oh, this is my new norm. I'm going to be able to kind of understand or grasp the nature of God or the goodness of God from here on out, just like this. And it's just not the case. Sometimes God just gives us insight, and we have these moments of clarity that we need to really leverage and take advantage of, and kind of build as much into those moments as we can, because darkness will fall on us tomorrow, and coldness. And so anyway, it's just Chambers is encouraging us to walk in the light. Or even, I think the other thing too is maybe even when we find that area that God is really kind of revealing things to us, stay there and try to do as much as we can to maximize that. Don't just run. I would say don't just wait on God. Just wait on God in those moments. Chambers says the most difficult person to deal with is the one who has the smug satisfaction of an experience to which he can refer back, but who is not working it out in his practical life. And so he's saying, basically, holding on to that, not resting there, but holding on to that one moment, and saying, but God spoke. And while it's good to have that underpinning, to rest on that, and to think, oh, whatever happens from here on out is not really important, because God did something great in my past. You have to be careful with that, though, because there's definitely something to be said for resting on the fact that you heard a voice from God. You heard God say something. So I'm not sure if I'm making a whole lot of sense there, or if I'm messing up Chambers, so my apologies if I am. He says, beware of any belief that makes you self-indulgent. It came from the pit, no matter how beautiful it sounds. This idea that the things that we do, or kind of self-manufactured light, if you will, is just for our own benefit. If we find ourselves doing something, and if you really examine it and say, it makes me feel good, if it makes me feel good, it's probably not of God. If it's something that's like, I do it because it makes me feel good, that's something that really probably needs to be examined a little deeper. Theology, he says, must work itself out in the most practical relationships. So I think when things make us feel more needy of God, this is just me. That's a good thing. When things make us feel more sensitive to the fact that there are people around us that are hurting, those are good things. But when things draw us into ourselves and make us feel more self-centered, I could say almost completely that's a bad thing. So anyway, sorry, a lot of good and bad comments there, but and I'm not sure if I did the study justice today, but go back and read it for yourself, John 12. You guys have an awesome day.